Hey, you're watching the Sports Fury. I'm Josh.
I'm Sean.
And, look what we got here. We got ourselves B-Money. Talk
What's
sports.
going on, YouTube? How y'all doing?
Thank you for joining us here, man. Of course, we got B-Money here because we're talking the Cincinnati Bengals. We're breaking down their 2017 win-loss predictions.
Yep.
And B-Money, you're a huge Bengals fan, aren't you?
Yep.
Absolutely,
we expect
man.
nothing but unbiased opinions.
You've been a Bengals fan your whole life.
Yep.
Now, again, I hope you don't hate us at the end of this video.
Man, we'll see.
Especially this guy right here.
This guy? Me?
All right, so
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals. They entered the 2017 season after finishing 6-9-1 last season.
Yes.
They had a fucking tie. And they were, third in the division last year. For some fucking reason, Marvin Lewis is still your fucking head coach.
Ben Harrison?
Yeah, Marvin Lewis is your head coach still for some reason. I know you don't fucking like that.
I know, you did a rant about that, didn't you?
I hate Marvin Lewis. I just think that Mike Brown owes him too much to let him go. I hope once his daughter gets in there, he's gone. I think most of the city wants Marvin gone. The front office seems like they want him gone too. From the reports that I read, the front office is trying to convince Mike Brown to let him go, but Mike Brown's too cheap for that. So we'll see.
He is known for being cheap and very reclusive.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see some key additions to the 2017 Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, in the draft, you guys drafted John Ross, wide receiver, to pair up with A.J. Green. Damn, that's going to be fucking deadly right there. And, of course, you guys drafted Joe
Mixon.
That's my Joe Mixon, your boy.
I love Joe Mixon.
I remember you were just happy as shit.
You're raving about that guy.
When you guys got Joe Mixon. That's exactly who you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted Leonard Fournette. They wanted to trade up to get him instead of Joe Mixon. There were reports that they wanted him, but Fournette doesn't fit the system at all.
No, Joe Mixon is perfect with you guys.
And he looked pretty good in the preseason game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, he's far and away better than fucking Jeremy
Hill.
Or Bernard. Fuck those guys.
I hope Mixon start.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he should.
He should.
All right, so let's get right into it.
Yes.
Week 1. Ravens at Bengals.
Division game.
Straight up division game.
Oh, man.
B-Money. Who do you got?
That's a win. That's a win for the Bengals. The Bengals own the Ravens at home.
Yep.
Last 3-4 years, we've owned the Ravens. They've only beat us one time. And that was out A.J. Green, half the team, and they still barely beat us. No Joe Falco. Week 1 in the jungle. That should be an easy win for the Bengals. I mean, we're a better team than the Ravens. We have better offense, a better running back. Our defense is just as good as theirs. We have a good secondary. The pass rush should be much improved. Mm-hmm. The offensive line, I'm a bit worried for. The Ravens have a good pass rush. Cedric Ogbuehi, I'll give him a chance. He's been injured a lot during his career. First year ACL surgery. You know, that takes a long time to come back from, but all in all, we should be able to pull out the win week 1.
All right. Sean, what you got?
You know what? I'm going to have to stick with B-Money on this one. I think it's going to be the Bengals. When you look at division games, and a lot of times, especially with these heated rivalries and both of them are good teams, you always got to lean towards the home team a little bit more. And with A.J. Green and Andy Dalton, you got to give it to them.
B-Money nailed it. It's unanimous. Cincinnati Bengals, they're going 1-0. They're undefeated. They're going all the way to the Super Bowl now. Oh, my God. All right, so Bengals take week 1.
Yep.
Heading into week 2, we got
Texans
at Bengals, and this is a Thursday night football game.
Uh-oh.
B-Money, we got.
I'm going to give the Bengals this one just because Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter. I worry with the rookie coming off such a short week. The Bengals have played better in Thursday night than any other time in prime time. Their defense is good, but I think our offense can compete with them. Like I said, with Deshaun Watson there, I worry about him. They put a lot of pressure on the rookie off a short week. I think it's just enough to pull it out, but we do struggle a lot with the Texans. We've only beat them like one time in the last 5 tries. They're our Achilles heel, but I just think we have enough to pull it out against the Texans.
All right, Sean.
You know, I'm going to have to upset B-Money for the first time today.
It's all right.
I got the Texans because
I'm right there with you.
The Texans have they had the number 1 defense last year. And they didn't even have J.J. Watt. So J.J. Watt comes back. He should be healthy, hopefully, still week 2. And that D-line with y'all's O-line, y'all lost a lot of offensive line in this offseason. So So I just feel like that defense is going to carry that team in that win.
Thursday Night Football is a tough game to play.
Yes.
And I'm going to go with the Texans just eating up that offensive line and just getting to you guys. And then they're going to have Lamar Miller. They're going to play very conservative, I think. I don't even know if Deshaun Watson, is he going to even be starter?
He should. He looked pretty good in the preseason.
Tom Savage. Deshaun Watson did look pretty good. Yeah. But I'm going Texans taking that Thursday Night Football game.
Yep.
So I got them going 1-1.
1-1.
B Money has them 2-0 right
now.
All right, week 3. This is a tough one. Bengals at Packers. On the road.
In Green Bay.
Yeah. Lambeau Field, man.
Your favorite team, Josh.
What do you guys think?
That's a loss for the Bengals. I'll be honest.
Oh, okay.
I mean, let me tell you, man. Okay. I hope you guys do win that game against the damn cheeseheads. You know, look at that. I fuck them cheeseheads. But Sean,
you like them. You don't like them?
But there is some reason to hope. Aaron Rodgers has never beaten the Bengals. He's the only team he's never beaten. But their offense is just too good. Aaron Rodgers is obviously a top quarterback in the NFL. Their defense, I think, is underrated. I love Ty Montgomery in that offense.
Very true.
I think he'll tear up the Bengals. The Bengals cannot, for the life of them, guard athletic running backs who can catch the ball out of the backfield. The linebackers are too slow. Rodgers will probably eat us up all down the field. Pac-Man can't guard, someone who's faster than him. I just think they have mismatches all over the field, and they'll end up taking that win. Absolutely.
Okay. I like it, and I think me and Josh pretty much concur with you, right? I'm not sure about Josh, but I got the Packers
too. Do we concur, Sean?
I think, we concur.
Yeah, Packers are going to, them damn cheeseheads are going to win.
Yeah.
Lambeau is a tough place to
how
fucking
hard is
play.
It for you to pick the Packers to win?
I almost want to throw up. Let's go ahead and move on to week 4.
Yep.
All right, so week 4, we got
division game.
Bengals going to Cleveland, playing the Browns. Another divisional game. What do you got?
That's another win for the Bengals. The Bengals are clearly better than the Browns. I like what the Browns are doing there, but I don't like DeShone Kizer personally. I think he'll come out of the camp as a starter. I'm not high on him. I love what they did in the offensive line. I love Isaiah Crowell. Yes. The defense is getting there, but I just think as a whole they're too young right now to realistically compete with teams that are far better than them. Obviously, they have that little, matchup with Hugh Jackson going against his former team, but the Bengals have killed the Browns in every game since Andy Dalton had that 3.0 quarterback rating. I don't see any reason this game's any different. So all in all, we'll walk into Cleveland and take another win.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Okay. I mean, that's an easy win right there. I mean, the Browns, like exactly everything you said. I like what they're doing. They're building something nice over there. Okay. And it ain't there yet.
I have to disagree. I'm going with an upset this week.
I
know.
No.
I had it. This is one of my upsets for that week. It's in Cleveland. I feel like the Browns kind of building something there. Okay? I know. I'm crazy. But
the Browns have been crushed. But if you go back,
true.
The Bengals have put up 30 points. I think 4 straight games on the Browns. We have dominated the Browns these last 4 games.
That's true. That's very true. But their defense got a lot better. Their O-line's right up there. Very underrated O-line.
Their O-line's good.
And they're wanting to feed the ball to Isaiah Crowell. And they got Duke Johnson, and I think they can make some plays.
The defense is good on paper. You have a lot of rookies all over that defense, and it's not easy. That's going to wear down on them. The Bengals' offense is more dynamic than them. Their defense, being so young, I mean, Ken Zampese, I don't like him, but he's going to be able to outsmart a young Browns defense because there's 3-4 rookies on that defense. The only experienced guy of more than 4 years is Jamie Collins, so I worry about that as a whole. Yep. That's why I got to give them the win.
Oh, absolutely. And this is going to be an easy win. You are fucking crazy.
I like to go on, but I like to live on the edge.
All right, well, I mean, shit. All right, so before we go on to the next week, show everybody your tattoo. I see that tattoo, the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's this arm right here.
Oh shit! Oh! That's dedication right there.
Where's your tattoo, Josh? Where's the tramp stamp? Right?
Oh, it's in a place we can't get to.
God!
All right.
It was definitely worth it. I love this team. This team's a part of me. I'm trying to go to every game since I'm every home game at least. I'm 5 minutes away from the stadium.
Oh,
so I'm trying to go to every game.
Man, that's nice.
I'll totally
right
be there every single day.
All right, week 5. Bills are coming to Cincinnati.
Oh.
Bills at Bengals.
Okay. I think this is another win for the Bengals. This is a revenge game. They took out A.J. Green last year. They lost a corner. I think they lost Ronald Darby. They lost Stephen Gilmore. That puts a lot of pressure on Tre'Davious White, the rookie. There's no way he's going to be able to compete with A.J. Green. Yep. He's obviously a top 5 receiver. I think this is where Joe Mixon will finally start. This is where he's going to start starting. He's going to rip through that Bills defense. They lost Sammy Watkins, who is better than Jordan Matthews. I love Tyrod Taylor as a player. I think he's criminally underrated. Obviously, LaShawn McCoy is really good. The Bengals are bad in the rushing department, but the Bengals last year kept almost every game close, but the Dallas and Dallas and New England game. So their defense as a whole is still very strong. I think we'll be able to come out with another win right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got them winning this game. Absolutely.
Absolutely. With the Bills, I think they're trying to rebuild. We already saw that in the trade. They're trying to get draft picks for players. They trade off pretty much 2 of their best players, right?
Yeah.
And Ronald Darby and Sammy Watkins. So
their whole offense,
this is an easy win
their
for
whole their whole team is basically Tyrod Taylor and
McCoy.
And LaShawn McCoy. And it's just not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough.
I actually think the Bills have their franchise quarterback in Nathan Peterman. Didn't the Bills draft him?
Yeah, they did. They got Nathan Peterman. We'll have to see what they do with him. That's why I feel like they're probably not going to keep Tyrod. That's why they trade off Sammy. They're like, hey, you know what? We're just going to deal with one bad year, get something else, and probably start Peterman next year.
I know there's some teams out there that would love to take Tyrod Taylor.
Hands down, yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so next week, 6 is a bye week, so let's move on to week 7. Woo. Bengals at Steelers.
Good division game.
Woo, this is a big one. Steelers. You got me money.
That's a definite L for the Bengals. The Bengals are absolutely terrible out of the bye week. Yep. They've only won one game in the last 8 years out of the bye week. That was against the Steelers, but the Steelers are obviously better than the Bengals, I think, honestly. Big Ben is a top 10 quarterback all time, in my opinion. He is a beautiful deep ball. You have Antonio Brown, Martavius Bryant, Le'Veon Bell. The big 3, they're going to, probably gas to our defense because we always come off very slow out of the bye week. Their defense, I think, is also underrated. They have a lot of young talent there. TJ Watt looked phenomenal week 1. So all in all, I worry about that game. That's probably going to be an L for us.
Them killer bees, man.
That hurt me so bad to say. That really, really did.
Oh, man, division games, it's always tough, right?
Hell yeah.
Especially the Steelers.
Steelers and Bengals have some great matchups. Great,
in
the playoffs a few years ago, right? In the playoffs, and the Bengals
were
heartbreak. Jeremy Hill fumble. Oh, my God.
I cried. I was so... because, I jumped up, yes, finally, and then he fumbled it. I'm like, shit, there it goes. Yeah, because I knew Big Ben would go down the field. But if Big Ben doesn't play, we'll win. Because I know Big Ben misses at least a game every year.
That's always dependent with the Steelers.
Yeah, that changes the dynamic completely when you're fucking quarterback.
Steelers, as long as Big Ben is healthy, and obviously Le'Veon Bell doesn't get suspended or he's healthy, then that team is deadly, But
Le'Veon Bell is still holding out.
Yeah,
he's still holding.
He's going to play because he's just trying to prove a point, I guess. But no, I'm right there with you. I got the Steelers winning. I think Josh does too.
Yep.
It's just that's going to be a tough game, especially in Pittsburgh.
Yep. So, all right. So moving on to week 8, Colts at Bengals. B money.
Yep.
Who you got winning this one?
If Andrew Luck plays, I think the Colts will beat us. I don't know how the injury is, but erring on the side of caution, I'll pick the Bengals. I think our offense are pretty evenly matched. I think the Colts offense, if Andrew Luck plays, like I said, he is better than Andy Dalton. He throws the ball down the field at a higher rate. T.Y. Hilton's really good. I love whatever his name is.
Dante Moncrief.
Frank Gore is 30-something years old. He still tears through defenses at a pretty consistent rate. Their offensive line is abysmal, but there's reason to hope is everyone's still on their rookie contract. I like what they did in their defense, but it's, iffy there. But if Andrew Luck doesn't play, Bengals have an easy win. There's no way that a Scott Tolzien offense can compete with Andy Dalton and the Bengals.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Okay, so
I wasn't expecting that one.
Sean, what you got?
I actually have the Bengals winning this one.
So do
you do too?
I got the Bengals.
I can't believe it.
And I am completely.
I can't believe you picked the Colts.
And I got Andrew Luck playing in this game. I fully expect him to be playing this game.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the Bengals, taking down the Indianapolis Colts.
I do too. I think if Andrew Luck's going to miss anything, it's going to be maybe 2 games at the beginning of the season. They said. Hopefully he should be back. Especially this is week. What is this? Week 8. So he should be back in rhythm. But I really think the Bengals still have
They
an
are
edge
going
because
to
AJ
carve,
Green.
They're going to carve them up with Tyler Eifert, AJ Green, John Ross, and then
that secondary.
and with Joe Mixon.
They did draft secondary, and they got a lot of players on their defense and the Colts, but I still think they're too young to handle AJ Green and Tyler Eifert. So.
Yeah, so we actually got them winning that game.
I think the Colts defense is going to be better than people expect. I love
you know
the
what?
addition.
Hey, let me tell you,
Yeah.
the Colts. I think their defense is underrated, and I think their offensive line is underrated. They're just a young offensive line, and I think they're gonna be they're gonna probably cracking towards the top 15. I think so. It's very underrated, but I got the Bengals winning this one.
Yep.
So Bengals at Jaguars.
That's a win for the Bengals. I love what the Jaguars are doing down there, but Blake Bortles is terrible, in my opinion. He has more pick sixes than he does wins. I know 2 wide receivers went down today for the Jaguars. Obviously, Fournette's going to get a bulk of the carries there, but I think the Bengals' defense can stop him enough. Our offense is, going to be in rhythm by then. It's going to be really good. But I think we just have enough to outdo the Jaguars. But the Jaguars are building something down there, so I would definitely err on the side of caution on that game. But all in all, I think we just have the edge because our offense is better. I think our defense will be better by that point. I'm not a big guy of spending a ton of money in free agency. I don't think it works. So I think the Jaguars need to draft better on defense because you can sign all the players you want, but it very rarely does it ever work and make you win games like that.
Now, aren't you going to that game, or I know you're talking about it?
I'm going to try. It depends on the money situation.
Okay. I remember you're talking about it.
All right, Bengals, Jaguars, Sean.
You know what? I gotta go. Jaguars on this one. I got to because I really like what they're doing over there. I think you kind of nailed it, but I really like their defense. Their defense got Calais Campbell. They got AJ Boye. So I feel like as a whole, and Barry Church too, which is an old Cowboy safety. That's going to be a good defense.
They're going to be pretty damn.
I think they're going to creep it up.
They're going to be a great defense. Last year, their total defense they were ranked 6th last year. 6th,
yeah,
and they got better.
Yeah.
So and then, like I said, their offensive line, I think it's going to be better. Yeah. And even though they that fucking Brandon Albert, bitch ass motherfucker.
Oh God.
But you know what? But I think they're still going to be fine.
Yeah.
And they're going to be good enough. And with Leonard Fournette, you got Allen Robinson. Who Allen Robinson, he didn't have a terrible year last year, but.
It was rough.
He was disappointing.
It was rough for me. I had him in fantasy. It was rough.
He was pretty disappointing, and so it all hinges on Blake Bortles, right?
Yeah,
and 2015 he did pretty decent. 2016 he was fucking horrible.
Yeah, he took a step back. But I think Leonard Fournette there, I think this actually might be Leonard Fournette's best game right here. I think he's going to get it going, especially at this time. Hate to bring up bad memories, but I saw what Zeke did to y'all last year.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I know you don't, but I think Leonard Fournette might come out and do the same thing. He's got that breakaway speed, and that's what I'm afraid of. Your linebackers not having that speed to keep up.
Well, we added Kevin Mittner, who's a lot better than Dansby's slow and old. They added Jordan Evans, who didn't get invited to the combine, but he's still got that 4.4, 4.4, 4.5 speed. So our linebackers this year as a whole are a lot faster. Vontaze Burfict isn't fat anymore. He's in great shape. So I definitely think the linebacker is at better strength this year. We lost Damato Pecco. He's fat. He's useless. I like Andrew Billings. That dude is monstrous. So I think the front 7 and the linebackers are a lot healthier this year. William Jackson, obviously, is hopefully going to start instead of Adam Pac-Man-Jones. So I'm still hoping gets cut sometime, but we'll see.
I can't believe that dude's still in the league. Adam Pac-Man-Jones, but
it was horrible.
So I think the Jaguars are going to be a little bit too much here, and I know a certain somebody out there will probably
agree
with us
that game.
Probably.
All right, so moving on to Week 10. This is another brutal one.
Yep.
Bengals at Titans.
Woo.
I have that one as a loss, absolutely. I love what the Titans are doing.
Yeah.
Bengals don't handle mobile quarterbacks well. Mariota, very mobile. Corey Davis, DeMarco Murray, Delaney Walker, that offense is just so dynamic that I think they have the best offensive line in the game, better than the Cowboys. They have they had all-pro rookies last year. It only got better this year. I love their offensive line. DeMarco Murray is one of the better running backs in the game. He's the workhorse. I think their offense as a whole is too much for the Bengals to handle, although I want to see John Ross burn Adoree Jackson again. No, wait. Yeah, burn him again. That'd be fun to watch, but I think the Titans are too strong.
This is Titans are going to be.
Yeah, this is going to be too much for them. Yeah, the Bengals. They're
going to be a juggernaut going in this year, and
and it's in Tennessee too. And
this is a loss.
This is definitely a loss, man. Titans are looking good this year. Like you said, they improved a lot of stuff. They have, I think, one of the best offenses, balance wise. Good passing game, good running game.
I mean, God, DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry.
They're one of my favorite teams this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Eric Decker.
Oh, man. With them adding Eric Decker, that just adds that even better.
And Delaney Walker, presence. Man. I mean, that dude is just Mr. Consistent. Him and Greg Olsen, they just.
Oh, man. Always. Every year, dude. Yeah. Every year.
And they have a great defense. Sherrell Casey, Adoree Jackson. They have a ton of talent there, too.
A very good defense over there.
Yeah, so we all agree that's a loss. So moving on to week 11. Week 11.
Yep. Bengals Broncos.
At Broncos.
Yep.
I think that one's another L. It's hard. It's hard going on the road 3 games in a row. The Bengals 3 straight road games. Yeah. That defense in Denver is just too good. I worry for Andy Dalton's life that game. I really hope he doesn't die. Von Miller. Yeah. Everybody will be. I'm scared for that game. Their offense, I worry about. I don't like Paxton Lynch. I don't like Simeon. I think their quarterback situation is really iffy.
They're going to be so conservative of an offense this coming up season.
It's all going to be defense and running the ball for Broncos.
They just need to not fuck it up and let that defense work. And that's exactly what they're going to do with the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, I think the Bengals' biggest strength is their passing game, right? I mean, John Ross, you got fucking AJ Green, and you're going up against the best secondary with the Denver Broncos.
No-fly zone is that they call it?
Yeah, shit.
And also, it's like he said, they're on the road.
It's going to be a Mile High?
In Mile High, or what is it? I don't even know if it's called Mile High anymore. Sports Authority. Sports Authority, actually.
Yeah, they just changed that shit.
But now they're about to change again because I think Sports Authority went out of business, right?
Pornhub Stadium.
Pornhub Stadium, that'd be awesome. But yeah, Broncos, man, that D line over there and Von Miller and y'all's all lines gotten weaker this year in this past offseason. So that's what really puts it over the edge for me.
Yeah, so that's a loss. All right, week 12.
Week 12.
Browns at Bengals.
Division game.
Yeah.
Another win for the Bengals. Like I said, I think the Browns be on their 5th quarterback of the year because none of them can stay healthy. I think Isaiah Crowe will be, still really good, but the Bengals offense, the whole, is still better than the Browns offense. Better defense all around. Hugh Jackson will be swept by the Bengals again into obscurity. I think the Bengals, down the stretch, when they're going to start heating up with the playoffs in reach, I think this is when they play their best football down the stretch. They have these stretches of doing really good or really bad after a rough stretch for the 3-game road games. I think they're going to bounce back and just demolish the Browns. Like, demolish them.
Okay.
Sean, do you got the Browns winning this one too?
No, actually I don't. I have them splitting the series with the Browns, and it's in Cincinnati. It's at the home, Bengals.
The jungle.
So I got the Browns losing, or the Bengals winning this one.
In the jungle.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to the Browns again.
Jesus Christ. All right, so Bengals whooped that ass. That brown ass. Moving on to week 13. Steelers at Bengals.
Monday Night Football.
Sean, do you think the Bengals could finally beat the Steelers in this second match?
Killer Bees?
Yeah.
I'm going to give the Bengals this game. I really am. I think the Bengals, I said, with the playoffs in reach, the Bengals tend to play a bit better in December. We don't want to talk about January, but down the stretch in December, the Bengals tend to play very well. The Steelers also battling for the playoff spot. It's going to be Monday Night Football. The Bengals play okay on Monday Night Football. I think Mixon is going to go off like Jeremy Hill did in 2014 in December for the January or whatever, But I think the Bengals down the stretch are better than the Steelers as a whole. I worry about the Steelers' defense too, starting to wear down a little bit. So I think this is just going to edge out a win in prime time against the Steelers.
The Steelers at this point, they've had a fucking tough schedule, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the perfect, they are primed, the Cincinnati Bengals, to pounce on them Steelers. Yeah. And I agree with B Money.
I do too.
And I got the Bengals taking down the Steelers on Monday Night Football.
I do too. Like I said, division games, you look at the home team, and I think you hit it right on the nail there, B Money, because with the Steelers, they do have an older defense, right? So as the year goes on, they're going to wear down a little bit. And so Big Ben possibly maybe wear down a little bit. I don't know. So I think it's going to be definitely a good game, but I think the Bengals are going to edge it out.
I question how much Big Ben wants to still play. I know he was seriously considering retiring.
Yeah.
Because dude has a family. He's getting up there in age. He's injured every year. Obviously, there's been a lot of brain injuries from the NFL. So, bye, Big Ben. Go retire. We don't need you anymore. I wanted to retire.
I bet you don't.
I bet you don't want Big Ben there.
I'm sick of seeing his face, honestly. But I wish him the best, though. I never want to wish an injury on anybody. I think, he will he'll probably get hurt somewhere during the season because it always happens. But he used his voodoo magic. We'll play the next week, But
shit, I remember how it used to be where like Big Ben was hurt and like, oh, well, that just means he's gonna fucking go off.
He's gonna go off and play a miracle game. I don't know how,
but age.
In that playoff game, he like tore his shoulder or whatever, and he looked like he was never coming back in. And of course, he came back in after one play of Jarvis Landry. I'm like, come on, man, how does this guy do it?
He's a freak of nature.
He's all right. So we all got the Bengals.
Yeah, we got the Bengals
taking down the Steelers on Monday Night Football.
Now,
week 14. We got the Bears heading to the jungle to take on the Bengals. Big money. You know who's winning this game? Tell me the right team. Tell me.
The Bengals are winning this game. Come on. The Bears are not good. They have Jordan Howard.
What?
They're not good.
Did you see Mitchell Trubisky? Did you see him preseason? This is the golden god. That's going to be taking them snaps.
It's preseason. It's one game. The Bears' offensive line is really good. Jordan Howard will probably go off, but in the playoff hunt, the Bengals are going to be too much for the Bears to handle. You can't stop A.J. Green. Hopefully, by this point, John Ross will be the number 2 receiver. Maybe you have Boyd in the slot. Mixon will long have that starting job. He'll gush to your defense. And I just think the Bengals as a whole are too much for you to handle. At that point, that defense will be lights out. Billings, Dunlap, Adkins. You have Carl Lawson, who's looked absolutely phenomenal in camp. He's tearing through people on our offense. You have Jordan Willis. We're just too much for you to handle at that point.
Ooh, I'm gonna let you handle this one, Josh.
Let me tell you something. That defensive line you guys got, not fucking worried about it at all with our O-line. Not worried about our O-line is fucking amazing, and Jordan Howard is gonna have fucking gaps to run. He is gonna go fucking off in this game. He's going to have over 150 yards. He's going to have himself 2-3 touchdowns. But I still got.
And then you'll still lose. You'll still lose.
I got the.
You got them losing?
I gotta be unbiased here.
You don't deserve to wear that hat.
I don't know what's going on with the quarterback situation right here. Mike Glennon. They might just.
Is Trubisky going to start by this game?
He should fucking start. Goddamn. Mike Glennon looks like a goddamn.
But $18 million.
He looks like he's stuck to the goddamn field with that motherfucker.
Oh, God.
His damn cleats.
I agree, though. I agree with both of y'all. I think Bengals are going to beat the Bears.
I definitely think Mitch will start this game. The Bears will be long out of the playoff race. There's no point in playing Glennon. Cut your losses. See what you have in Trubisky to make sure he really is the future.
Well, if Trubisky is going to be playing this game, I don't know. I'm going to have to change that pick there, but no.
Because, the trade is never going to live up to anything because the trade was bad as a whole. There's nothing he can do to make that trade worth it because the 49ers weren't going to take him in the first place. So nothing that happens will ever make the trade worth it. But he can still be a good quarterback. I think he has potential to be a faster Matt Ryan, but that's his absolute ceiling is a little better than Matt Ryan. More athletic than Matt Ryan, at least.
You know what? And if that's true, he would be the greatest goddamn quarterback we've ever fucking had.
Your Bears have
by a mile.
Right now, the best guy y'all have ever had is Jay Cutler.
Jesus Christ, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, Bears.
Yep.
Sean, you got the Bears or Bengals?
I got Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Bengals winning.
Sure.
No,
okay.
no.
All right, so we got the Bengals beating the fucking Bears.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
This is a home stretch now.
All right, week 15. Bengals. They're going on the road against them
Minnesota
damn
Vikings.
Fucking purple people eater fucking pieces of shit Vikings.
People eaters, yep.
That's a loss for the Bengals. I love Mike Zimmer. I love his defense. He's a defensive guru. The Vikings defense is absolutely one of the best in football. Sharif Floyd, they have all this talent there. They have still Terrence Newman's like 80 years old and he's still balling out. And dude, I mean the offense, Sam Bradford, in all honesty, is not that bad. He is, very accurate. He's not going to throw the ball down the field, but Sam Bradford's like Alex Smith. You can win games with him. You have Dalvin Cook, who's a powerhouse running back. I had him better than Fournette. On my draft board, at least, I think Cook will tear through the Bengals defense. I love Phelan. I love, what's his name on the outside? Forget his name, but all in all, the Vikings are just too strong for us as a whole. And that's going to be a loss for the Bengals.
It's going to be a good matchup. Xavier Rhodes on fucking AJ Green.
Oh, that's Xavier Rhodes. He showed that he was one of the premier corners last year.
I hate that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know you do. You hate him, but you got to respect his game, man. He's fucking great. And I'm right there with you, B-Money. I got the Vikings winning at home against the Bengals. I have the Bengals losing this one.
I got the Vikings winning. I mean,
it's going to be a close game.
Their offense is also going to be very, very conservative. Kind of like
the Broncos, right?
Yeah,
they're going to depend on that defense.
Yeah, but I like their offense better than I like the Broncos. I like Stephon Diggs. I love fucking Dalvin Cook.
Yeah,
I think Sam Bradford's better than Trevor Siemian or that other.
Hey, let's not forget about Kyle Rudolph. They still have
Kyle. That's another dude who's very consistent and very underrated. Kyle Rudolph.
I mean, who knows? Teddy Bridgewater might get healthy by then. I know he.
Oh, I would doubt if I ever see him on the NFL field.
I don't see him coming back. Not for the Vikings. I don't know though, but we'll see.
I hope so. I mean, he had a lot of potential. I feel bad for him. The injury itself was
was brutal.
That was a brutal injury, especially a non-contact injury. You always feel bad for a guy to go down.
I thought Teddy Bridgewater was going to have a phenomenal season last year. I think the Vikings.
There's a lot of high hopes for him that year. That's what sucks too. Is like that was the next stepping point for him, and just to see a guy go down.
Yeah,
disappointing.
All right. So we all got the Vikings winning.
Yeah, Vikings winning.
All right, so week 16.
Yes.
Them ugly-ass Lions going up against the Bengals. Who's better, a Lion or a Bengal?
Ooh.
I'm fucking taking a Bengal over a Lion.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengal.
Over a Lion? Okay. Yeah, no, I concur.
No,
I agree.
Yeah, I got the Bengals winning this one.
Absolutely. The Bengals, like I said, the defense will be locked down at that point. They'll probably have the playoffs hopefully locked up by now. I hope so. I mean, their Lions defense isn't good. They lost Taylor Lewan, I think, on the offensive line. That's a big loss for them. Matthew Stafford is in his contract year. He wants a big contract. Marvin Jones is not producing much there. You only have Golden Tate.
Very inconsistent.
Yeah.
Eric Ebron, I think, never is going to live up to what he was supposed to be. Ebron's very inconsistent. As a whole, the Bengals defense is better than theirs. They have the nice pieces on the Lions defense, but as a whole, we're just a better team in my opinion.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. You know what? Going into the during about a couple months ago, we were both pretty high on the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
But you know what? This past couple weeks, I think they're gonna fucking do terrible. I think they're gonna be pretty bad, and I think the Bengals are going to destroy.
Ooh,
destroy. They're going to blow out the Lions.
What?
And I'm not just saying that.
I'm picking the Lions to win this one.
Oh,
I'm picking the Lions because I really think if I'm considering everybody healthy, right? That means Amir Abdullah is healthy. They improved their offense line drastically this year. That's what they did.
I wouldn't say drastically.
They got guards.
They got Greg Robinson, and he hasn't lived up to his hype. Not yet.
Who's that? They got picked up.
And they got TJ Lang from the Green Bay Packers.
That's the other guy. So they did pick up some O-line.
TJ Lang's good.
If they can they had a good offense last year. Matthew Stafford put up great numbers.
Yeah.
And that's without any running game to save his life. So
but I'm not
putting that together, I kind of
as far as Amir Abdullah, he's definitely going to be hurt by this point.
Well, he possibly could, but I can't pick it like that. I got to pick based off everybody being healthy.
So, yeah, I got the Bengals winning this one, and I got them winning by at least 10 points. Minimum.
I can't do it.
Going away. They'll win the game going away.
Yeah, all right. So, Bengals at Ravens to end the season, week 17. Bengals at Ravens. Be money.
I think the Bengals at that point have their playoff spot locked up, clinched. They can't go anywhere. So I think they'll start AJ McCarron that game and probably just take the L just to give the Ravens a win. I like AJ McCarron. I think they'll play mostly reserves and their backups so the core stays healthy for the playoff game. That's what I'm looking at that point. I think they'll have either division locked up or a wild card locked up. No point in playing our starters, so you'll see a bunch of backups play. You might see Jeremy Hill get a large workload that game because at that point his ass will be on the bench. So that's an L for the Bengals. There's no point in risking injury to a star player. And, the Ravens' first-team defense is definitely a lot better than the Bengals' second-team defense. I just don't think the Ravens will make the playoffs either. So it's just going to be an L for us, resting our starters for the playoffs, where we'll probably lose.
I definitely have the Ravens winning this one.
I do, too. Ravens I think, got a pretty good defense, a very underrated defense.
Oh, yeah.
And I think their offense, by then, I think Jeremy Maclin and Joe Flacco should be on the same page. They still have Mike Wallace over there. And Terrence West looked good. Did y'all see Terrence West in the preseason?
Yeah.
He looked pretty
good.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Terrence West.
So I think the Ravens are going to kind of get on a hot streak towards the end of the year. I think they might take this at home.
Yeah, so, Ravens, we all concur.
Yeah. Concur?
Absolutely.
Concur that the Ravens are taking this last game here.
Yep.
All right, so it's all said and done.
Yep.
We've been through all the weeks, and so I have the Bengals going 8-8 for the season.
I had them going 6-10.
6-10.
And missing the playoffs.
Really? I don't even remember what I said. I have to go back. I wasn't keeping track. I think I gave them what I gave them.
Yeah, I have them going. I have them going. I think you have them winning 10 games at least.
Yeah, I think I said.
So yeah, I got them going 8-8.
Yeah.
Going Jeff Fisher. That's what as it's known.
Jeff Fisher 8-8.
So 8-8. Yeah.
At that point, if we go 8-8, I think Marvin Lewis is gone.
I think that's the hope right there,
that's
man.
That's the hope, man. That's why you should hope y'all go 6-10 so y'all can
No, because I want the playoffs. Because this team is so talented. There's no reason we shouldn't make the playoffs. But Marvin Lewis is a lame duck, so I think there's something a fire under this team's ass to be good. I mean, they all respect and love Marvin. And, being a lame duck, that's a lot of pressure. Mike Brown didn't re-up his contract. And that was a surprise to me, is Mike Brown always re-ups it. And he didn't do it this season. So I think that means Marvin is on the line. And he knows she's on the line, too. Which is why I think Mixon will start, even though right now he
better.
Yeah.
He's fourth on the depth chart. I mean, he might not start out of the gate, but once they see how bad Hill is, I don't like Jeremy Hill. I think he runs the wrong way. He tries to run like Le'Veon Bell, like shift you to the tackles. No, you're a big back. You're not that kind of back. Put your head down and run through the holes. He doesn't do that. Giovanni Bernard's not big enough to have a giant workload. Mixon is both them put together, but better. I mean, Mixon in a couple of carries, he looked good. He picked up a beautiful block on that interception by Dalton, which was a good read by Hargraves, but just him knowing what block to pick up and picking up correctly definitely gives me some high hopes for him.
Yeah.
He's running out of the shotgun offense like he did at Oklahoma. That's giving me some more hope. He understands how to run in the offense he's put in, so that gives me some high hopes. He's obviously can catch the ball very well out of the backfield, something Dalton loves to do. So I have high hopes for him to really carry the load on offense if, the O-line's not there.
Yeah.
Very well said. So, B-Money.
John Ross won't start either. John Ross won't start. They paid LaFell too much money, so I'm still questioning really what Ross's role in the team will be. Maybe like a J.J. Nelson type for Arizona where he comes in.
Like a slot guy, so when they use kind of like Tyreek Hill over in Kansas City, kind of move him around, use for all the different styles, right?
Well, they have Boyd in the slot. I think, eventually he'll pass up LaFell. I think LaFell is just there kind of a mentor to the young guys since they lost the father figure in Andrew Whitworth. They lost a lot of veterans who kind of hold that locker room together. Yep. So that concerns me because Andy Dalton's pregame speeches are, "Come on, guys, let's go. You can do it." And, that worries me if he can step up and be the leader the team needs. So that's my concerns. And the offensive line.
Well, yeah, so I think they're going to just miss the playoffs.
Yep.
They're going to walk away from the season going, man, we got really something special building here.
Yep.
And hopefully they get rid of fucking Marvin Lewis.
They should. I think they will after this.
Yeah, like you said, he's a fucking lame duck. Fucking go, hey,
get him out of there.
Oh, hey, man, look what we're building here.
Yeah.
We're excited. We got look at Mixon. Look at these guys. Let's get this fucker out of here. Let's
The
get
only
a fucking
problem
new
is,
head coach. And
when you fire Lewis, they won't bring in somebody else to run the team. They always promote within the organization, and I think that's the wrong move. I would go get some guy from college who is trying to show his chance. And a college guy with a team that's got so much potential, or maybe like Josh McDaniels. I mean, I hope Hugh Jackson gets fired. Bring Hugh Jackson back. I just don't want somebody inside the organization who's already here to be the head coach. And Marvin's not going anywhere. Marvin won't coach another team. They'll put Marvin in the front office, or he'll still be connected to this team. He just won't be coaching it if he fails to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or fucking just be the janitor. They're just never going to fucking get rid of Marvin Lewis. They'll find something.
They'll find
a place for you,
We'll give you a job. Don't worry.
But, yeah. So... Thank you, B Money, for joining us and talking about the Cincinnati Bengals. B Money's a big Bengals fan, and everyone, go subscribe to our boy B Money Talk Sports. He's an upcoming YouTuber. He's fucking putting a whole lot of work into his YouTube channel. It's amazing. Go check him out. The link to his channel is gonna be in the description below. Go right over there and subscribe to B Money Talk Sports, man.
I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, thank you. All right, we'll see. What the Bengals do.
We'll see what happens.
All right, later, guys.
Later,
guys. Peace.